All right. Commemorates volume. Of infinity. It's early, but that's okay. Sometimes it's just like, yeah, I want to work on the thing. Okay, where are we at? Where did we leave off? Oh, we had a thing, right? Seems to works. What do you know about that? Right, need to... That's probably an easy fix. Back end doesn't... Yeah. So I think that must be the first. We'll do those one at a time. Oh, God. Q media device doesn't notice if camera is blocked. Need to add a check. So, if I recall correctly, if I turn it on, it will connect. It'll pop up and click the start session button, and the WebSocket will like connect and say ping pong and like hooray, and then it'll die because it'll like try to grab a frame from a none type or something like that. Probably because it is trying to connect to these cameras, which are currently blocked, and the system is... I must not have the appropriate checks to notice that. Because you shouldn't, like, the whole thing of like, oh, you can't do blank from a none type. It's like, you should have noticed that that was a none type before you tried to use it. Like, and if you're like, I don't know what you're talking about, it's like, oh yeah, you know, that makes sense. Python? I'm talking about Python. Things fail. Should fail. I think I generally want to work on not getting distracted by this stuff and just working more directly. Right. I was like, why isn't it running? It's like, the green lights don't mean that it's running. The green lights mean that I'm doing this. Okay. Let us close all tabs. Click on that. We're gonna go down. Ooh. We gonna follow it down. Are we? So we don't really actually need to. It doesn't need to be running. I can just do this static. So it's on the back end, and it's gonna be behind the detect cameras. No, connect to cameras. How do I want to handle that, actually? This is... So if a camera is blocked, how should I respond? So if I say... So is detect cameras detect all connected cameras, or is it detect all available cameras? I guess the ideal would be that it detects all cameras it can see, and then but it also determines whether or not those cameras are like available or not. Yeah. Let's see. Let's just see what it looks like. It's been a second since I've been down there, back. Let's see, main loop. Run back end. Run Uvicorn server. Right. Okay, I don't need to do this. I can skip wormhole with my. Well, that's interesting. When I'm doing like control B's up and down the tree, here it's like I'm looking up. I'm like looking down the path. This is like a side view, and I get to skip around if I know the routes, which I do. I'm looking for the router, which I am now starting to call this. I hope this is accurate, because it's like HTTP router versus the WebSocket router, which is, yeah, it's like HTTP / versus WS, I guess, / So I think that makes sense. I could ask the machine. This is like the good question for the machine, but I don't want to. Okay, so detect available cameras. So what I might wind up doing here is adding like a new field that's just like available. Which, like, I guess the first question is just to see what, like, just to confirm what I thought, which is that if I go down here, when I get to this, it's going to see all these cameras even though they're not available. And in fact, I already know that because it sees it on the GUI. Okay. Camera device info. Because the thing is like, having the like detected, like available, whatever, is like more work. Like, because like to do that properly, I'd have to like have a listener. Because I'd want to be detecting it from the front end and be like, hey, there's this guy, his camera, it exists, but it's blocked. In a perfect world, it's like it's blocked by it's because it's in use by this other program, but that's like even deeper into the goods. So yeah. I think I don't want to add that functionality to this era of like, now this is not the time. I just want it to fucking work. And what's the quickest route to victory? I think is to just add some checks. Okay, what is the simplest version? Well, the simplest version. Oh wait, is this open closed? Open closed. Open to modification, closed to. Wait, open to extension, closed to modification. Oh yeah. Hello, hello, hello. Okay. Yeah, we're back. I think. How long have you been going? I don't know. I don't know. That's not the. Do not be distracted by the celebrities. Yeah, this is nice and small. I think I don't want to mess with it. Let's just see where we get. All right. I wonder how much of this video doesn't have audio. I think hopefully just a little bit. Okay. More and more, I really am thinking of this as a. This is like raw data. Oh wait. Ooh. Failed to reframe from camera exception. Oh, okay, yeah. Alrighty, alright. Okay. Can we fucking chill for a second with this? Just shh. Okay. Capture. Okay. Which, that's actually props to me on 1030. Failed to read it, But didn't it just... create CV2 capture? Oh. Way to go. That actually, again, like, this does fail. This is actually, it fails exactly where it should, which is great. Alrighty, let's see here. Go back up. Shmooshum. Oh, yeah, main. This is how we tell the trace to shush. To shush. Excuse me. See, look how. All right. So what are we trying to check here? Okay. Internal camera thread all the way down here. So, oh, I'm okay with that. 4A7F 1BB3. I guess it sends random bytes. Those are bytes. Those are hex numbers. 0 through F. Like the colors. 16 times 16 is 255, which is 8 bits. Fuck's that? So many mysteries. What is that? What is that? Red? There's like a little red thing. Ooh. Yeah. What's going on there? I'm fascinated. Oh. Endlessly. And so if I... Right, okay, so let's just see. Here we go. Punch it. Oh. Okay, someone's debugging when they should be tracing. God. I just had the thought that, like, oh, you got to make sure you keep talking, otherwise the AI won't be able to tell what you're doing. And that's true-ish. Because they can fucking see now. They just let... That's just... So, like, it's easier for me to scrape the audio and do the transcription thing, much easier. But I already have the infrastructure in place to also parse images. So I could actually, so when I've already done that. I've already played with that. Like, giving it the audio stream and also just like pulling screenshots. It's not very good at reading yet, but it catches vibes. Like, oh, that's Python code. It's cameras, though. We're pretending this is about cameras, which also, by the way, is about neuroscience. I don't know if I've said that recently, but you may look like this isn't cameras. This is neuroscience. God, Jesus. Why are we made such spongy meat? Boop-a-doop-a-doo. Ah, yes. This. Internal camera thread. I love that it failed right there. I love that that's where the problem was. It's like, man, that's actually doing its job exactly. The one thing it could be doing is it could be failing harder. Like, could be failing enough to shut down the whole. Shut down the whole shebang, but it's whatever. Run it. I literally just want the I just want these images. This is how I know that this software, this part of the code stack is going to happen soon. Is like, I personally so desperately want a better way to record synchronized videos. That's why I'm working on it at in the morning. Oh. See. Send frames, please. See, this is not coming from me. I don't know how to adjust that. But I also think I love this actually. I think it's like, that's cool. I don't know. It's just, is that cool? I think it's cool. Wait, shit. Oh, da-ba-dum. Okay, so the fact that it is streaming like that is not just like a annoying thing. It is actually a functional problem because I can't really look at this. I need to be able to like use the debugger, and I Okay, so here we are. It is the API client. It is the front-end WebSocket. It is sending this thing. Request frames. Sending requests for frames. Is there a way to... I mean, certainly there has to be, right? Set the log level. Ideally to couple it. I would love to couple it with the logger, but I don't know how to do that. Did I put it there? I don't know, is it? Okay, about to close. Destroyed, disconnected, error occurred. Pong. Okay, Bato. We're in it. Where are we at? Bot. Oh, that's a different guy. What am I doing? I am SkellyCam. Don't need you. Bye-bye. What's the question? Wait, is it both of them or is it just one of them? Is it both sides, one side? See, now arguably this is a... We are currently working on... Ooh, and then it could like... Ooh, that'd be slick. It could like pull from the project board. Grab the grab all the issues that you're a part of or whatever. Working on refactoring to separate the front end process from the blah. Forgive me. Discord. Mm-hmm. Backend operations behind it's not a category level thing for all of SkellyCam Dev. It will be eventually, but I think right now it's just specifically SkellyCam. Since I wrote this, I have added new functionality that it also will pull pinned messages as part of the context prompt for the bot, which it's kind of okay, but I don't like. I hate that there's nothing in representing on this message that it is pinned. This is a separate message. This thing down here is like, this is a system message. There's nothing telling me that it's pinned at all. Visually, there's no indication. You can't put a fucking pin symbol somewhere. And I could do the same bot emoji tag thing. And I guess this is my space, so I can do it. At least that'll tag it for me. But I thought that might be confusing, and especially in like a channel that might have conversations in it, it's totally reasonable to expect that someone would use the bot emoji, especially now when like the bots and AI are such a prominent part of our cultural awareness, zeitgeist. Ooh. I was going to do a voice memo, and I think that if you pinned a voice memo, it would appropriately, because like I think that it's now set up that every time it gets a message, it has like extract content from message. The method is called extract content from message or something like that, and that pulls the message text, which is the message.content, like, you know, what human did write, typey. It will also pull the attachment content, so I can attach a text message to this, and because it is pinned, and because the message is pinned, the attachments are considered part of the content of the message. So when SkellyBot, the SkellyBot code extracts the content from the message, it will get the like main content, which is message.content, the text attachment content, and it will also handle the audio attachment. So if I sent a voice memo, it would work and be in the context, but it also would mean that every time I started a new chat in that place, it would have to retranscribe the audio, which obviously, like, I don't mean like it needs to. I'm saying that in the current setup, that's what would happen. So, and I'm not sure, because the audio transcription is kind of weird. Like the code that I have written for it is kind of weird. Like it's like the behavior that I put in is that if you send an audio transcript to like a chat, it transcribes it, and then it pastes the transcription text as a message in the channel, and then also sends the text like along to the large language model. So the LLM just receives the transcript and then responds to that. But like I, the human, wanted to see the text in the channel, so it just responds in the message as well. So it's like a little bit of like a weird subversion of the standard flow, and it can lead to some strange behavior. So I'm actually not sure like what that part of the code that like plops the transcription in the channel. I don't know where that would wind up. What am I doing? Where was I? I was telling this thing. Rabbit holes, man. God. I can't wait to see what the... Because, like, I tried it yesterday. Like, I pulled audio from a 45-minute recording of a meeting. It was just, like, pull out the main points. It just did it. It just straight up did it. And I was like, wait, could you, like, go into more detail? And it's like, yeah, of course I can. I have this whole, like, massive text file of... It was so easy. God damn it. All this is because I didn't want to type. I am currently... we are currently working on splitting the operation base into front end and back end that runs the Pi side 6Q application and GUI and a back end that runs a fast API uvicorn server with HTTP endpoints for single shot operations and a WebSocket connection to handle sending to allow don't do this to me. Do I need a WebSocket, or could it just be an endpoint called get latest frames? I had a get latest frames endpoint. I tried that and I ran into issues because why did I run into issues? It was related to like it being a long running process in some way. But was that because like connected cameras I have that spits out a long running process and that's fine. So why couldn't I just have that work and then just make an additional one that's just called get latest frames? And then the same dude here that's like requesting frames on a loop could just be hitting that endpoint. And then it would just always get the latest frames. You don't have to have any of this like WebSocket nonsense. Whew. I do know that we will want a WebSocket at some point in our lives to handle like the real-time who's its. Maybe? Is that? Do we? Yeah. That's... Okay. Here's what we're gonna do. We currently have other problems because of it fails. Currently it's failing. We have a working WebSocket but the actual, like, the cameras are not actually getting made, like, because of the bug that we've encountered, that we've only encountered because of this, like, silly, like, 4-camera setup, which actually, again, it's like, I don't know, it's just like, I love pushing things till they break. That's kind of, like, that's how you know how they work. That's where you know what the limits are. So this is just a really great example of like yeah, it's, you know, that's where you find out where the edges of performance are, is when you try to have too many cameras and stream them all at once, and then also write camera code, and this, I don't know, it's great. So I think what we should do is, I'm just gonna fix that ish first, and then like just kind of see what happens there. Like, it might be that the WebSocket will just kind of like work, because theoretically it's already set up to work. And yeah, if the WebSocket works, then making a latest frames endpoint should also work. So then I can, you know, evaluate then. Because I need to add a bunch of other endpoints anyways to like start recording and stuff like that. I haven't done any of the recording stuff. Have I? I mean, it's in there, but it's not connected to the UI at all. So while I'm in the process of adding those endpoints, like adding a latest frames endpoint is not a big deal. Jeez. Lower back, you see. Yeah, and then we'll just kind of evaluate. I'm okay with, like, we could just like disable the WebSocket. Just literally just comment it out on both sides, and then come back to it later if we wind up needing it. Like streaming to Blender and stuff like that, you know, like that's kind of what I'm imagining. Right. Is that right? Is that right? So you need a WebSocket. So if it's like FreeMocap attached to Blender, Blender's just kind of like waiting to display the data as it becomes available. But it doesn't make sense for Blender to be like requesting the data. It doesn't make, anyways, I think it makes sense for like FreeMocap to be like pushing the data into Blender. Just like conceptually, that feels right to me. Which means that they have to have a pre-established connection, because FreeMocap has to have a slot to stuff the data into. So that's a WebSocket. In this case, when we have like the back end doing its own camera stuff independently of the world, then we have the front end who's like, hey, give me frames, I want to display them. For that, it can just query the back end and say, hey, what's the latest frames you have? Because the front end is sending requests to the back end versus the back end pushing data onto the front end. I don't know if that's true. Anyways, who gives a shit? Cameras. Why does it fail? Because it is blocked. Come on back to the who's it. And where are we? Do this. Wait. Front end WebSocket. Block there. Fascinating. So, oh, connection's closing. Oh, timed out. Oh, that's cute. Should we start? I don't know, man. Jesus. Because honestly, also kind of fuck WebSockets, man. Like, God, what a pain. So, noticing that we did not hit timeout, timeout, timeout. We did not hit that error that said the whatever didn't whatever. Whoa. Oh, whoa. Ugh. Ugh. Ah, that's probably enough. Okay. Okay, dear. Let's come here. Come here to me. You're okay. It's fine. I appreciate this information that you've shared. It's very nice of you to share it. But also, I need you to shut the fuck up just for a little bit. Dot. That's probably right. Yeah, I know. You too, friend. You too. $41. Oh. We saw that yesterday, actually. Dot. What even are you? Can I just do that? What would happen if I did that? Perfect. Great. Request frames, trace. Okay, so you want to send this message, and then you're going to receive this message. You should not start requesting until the backend has the response. Right? Like until like this should block it, right? No, I don't mind. I don't mind that. It's like, hey, just let me know when you're ready is kind of the vibe. Like, because it knows how to ignore a request. Like if it should be set up that oh wait, currently it does nothing. Then oh, do you get called anywhere? No. Scary red. Hard to read. It's fine. Apply camera configuration. Failed to apply the camera configuration. Camera 2 is not open. Okay. Oh. Oh, there you go. First errors. Apply configuration. Backend is generally available but can't be used to capture by index. Huh? Apply camera configuration. Apply camera configuration. Creating. Okay. So we know that the error create CV2 capture. It's here. Right. Okay, so you get here because I'm trying to figure out why. Oh wait, we were here? Yeah. I'm trying to figure out why. Where this was getting called from. Like the apply configuration. Like, is that happening? Oh, it's here. Oh. Hold on a second. Okay. Okay. Oh, okay. Capture here. It should check again. It doesn't have a check. So this is saying if it's not none and it's open. So this is just like a check. Logger dot. I think that's a warning. Releasing it. And gotcha. So I had interpreted that as like the check that I was thinking should be there, and it kind of was, but it was really just checking that like if you call this and that port is we already have a capture object for this, which is like a thread inside of a thread inside of a. It's like there's like the there's a lot. There's a lot going on. We'll talk about it at some point, but this is like per camera. There's one per camera. So if we get here, it's already there. It's like this is one of those things that like this check might. It's like, should this ever happen? Like this might be the kind of thing that's like throw an exception and die if you hit this, because I'm not sure. If we should even allow that error to occur. Right now, this is allowing it to occur and saying like, oh, hey, just FYI, you did a weird thing, but like I might want to say like, bleh. And so this is the part where it's gonna try to connect to whatever this camera ID is, and it's gonna be blocked. And it should notice and fail there before it gets to this. But before it gets to this, yeah, applying camera configuration to this guy with these guys, and then wait. Oh, so it does error there. Try if it's not, raise the error, but then just return. seems a little on the nose. Do we already have one of those? Yeah. What else? Fine. Failed to apply camera configuration error. No, I hate that. It's stupid. Leave it. Just leave it. It's not hurting anybody. Okay, so this will at least now fail here. Is it still out of order though? Cap, get, try, accept, problem applying. Well, I mean, you should at least. You should at least. Am I right? I mean, come on. Wait, why are you doing that again? Unfortunately, I do think we want this because I think it is possible. It's at least conceivable that applying the configuration could crash the camera. I don't think so. I think that OpenCV doesn't handle it like that. I think it will just, if it gets something it doesn't like, I think it just ignores it, which I also don't love. And I could do a check here that would make it fail if it doesn't match, but I don't want to. This is kind of feels like a duplication because it's checking it twice in the same code, in the same function. But like cameras, man, I think we want this. Okay, so we have basically just been adding better error handling when cameras aren't available. I need a better chair. When am I gonna be in a position to get a better chair? Okay. So we have better errors now, theoretically. So CB2 capture by configuration. So but we also don't really want it to fail there. So I think we can do another one here and say like if Yeah. Failed to read frame from camera. Yeah, failed to open camera. Sure. Great work. So now it should fail at precisely that moment, because we were in the like we apply those exceptions, like checks and whatnot, to the apply configuration who's it, which is good. Wait, did we add anything there? No, it was already there, right? I can't remember. Who cares? But and it was like, I think I was like happy to see them. I think I raised something before. It was just like, it wasn't like raising an exception. It was just like passing it. It was like logging an error. This is where the magic happens. This is it's true. At least as close as we can get to it in the Python code. Right, and now you should be like, no, I'm so sad. You say something horrible has happened. Does the whole back end die when I do that though? Or does it just pass an error back up? It should pass an error back up. Well, I mean, I want it to pass an error back up rather than dying. It kind of depends on what's happening at the endpoint, doesn't it? Right? Yeah, see? Look, latest frames. Here it is. I even left it here. Good for me. Oh, and I would get the latest. Why did I... Streaming response. Why would I do that? I think it was because of big. I can't remember. Ugh. Okay. Who is already what? Okay. Okay, okay. Hour. Huh. It's interesting. So I'm starting to like recognize the feeling of being an hour into a recording. Ugh, fuck me. Jesus God. Whoa, too low. I'll take it. Multi-frame. Okay. Way too low. It's okay. I'll just chill out down here. Connecting to cameras, connecting to cameras, connecting to cameras. Do you have a try accept? Do you have a try accept? Is that all our endpoints? We don't have very many right now. Okay. And this can't fail, so it's no worries. Okay. Okay. So that's pretty good. We're still like this whole time we're really just like handling this edge case. But it is it's breaking. It's a breaking edge case, and it's a good one. That's a good leak to plug. Because also I won't be able to connect to it, even if I would have to like turn off all my cameras, because if any of them are in use, the whole thing will fail. So if I so it's like and the problem is not with detect cameras. We've kind of decided, I guess. It is with connect to cameras. Oh, I never actually hit go on this. That's funny. To allow. Oh, because I had that revelation. To allow for sharing camera. I don't even really have something to say about this. It's just gotta, like, you can get the list here, but I just like, I don't know. I don't like it. I think we should allow it. It's detect available cameras. Right? And I think the easiest way to make the rest of the logic flow work is to let this mean detect available cameras. I'll just do it locally. Who gives a shit? Def. Check camera availability. Camera port. We're gonna call it port. You know, it's like a private function, right? And just because I like don't use it, like don't recommend that you use it. I don't need that money. It's fine. It's fine. We're gonna do a logger here. This guy knows. This is interesting too because it's like the language. Nope, don't do that. Weird. Import logging logger. Yeah, great. Because it's not checking if camera is available on port blank. It's checking if camera on port. See, like functionally equivalent, but like spiritually different. I like that. That's nice and clean. So now it should not find anything. It should come back and be like, I got nothing. You got nothing, buddy. What? How is it? If not is opened, is not available. Does it see it as open because it is opened? Okay, if it's not open, or not success, or frame is none, like, don't even think about it. That is a three-way or, man. I am not messing around. I'm sorry, what? What do you ask? What? That. I don't even want to talk to you right now. Yeah. Get out of here, I say to you right now. Wait, why are you so sad? Unread sample. Oh. It is wild. That is what it does. It does think that it is visible, that it is available. It can't see it. Whoa. That's gotta be a bug, right? So OpenCV will happily create a video capture object for a camera that is blocked. And it will see it as open because it is, but it can't read a frame because it's opened by somebody else. Okay. It's going to throw these scary warnings, but I think it becomes a little slower at that point, but I guess that's the price. I'll bet Electron. I'll bet the browser has better camera stuff going on. Okay, who was sad? It was sad because failed to connect to cameras. Error, no cameras provided. API connect to cameras. That's nice. It does that. Where are we going? No cameras were provided. No cameras were provided. Failed to connect to cameras. HTTP router. HTTP router. If wait, response. Well, we gotta turn. Who was the saddest first? Oh boy. And then you do that, and then you do that. No cameras detected. It's fine. It's a warning. This shouldn't be a success though. And this, yeah, I shouldn't be happy about that. API client. I want to close this loop. I want to be done with this. API client. API client. Where are you at? Connect to cameras. If that's a success. Did it freeze? Come on. Yeah, where'd you go? Ugh. Hey, I want to be done with this. I don't like that that's slow. I don't know why it's so slow. How are you getting down there? Must provide at least one camera config. From there? Must provide at least one camera config. Was that the one that we just saw? Must provide at least one camera config. Connect to cameras. Oh, we're in connect to cameras. How do we get there? From the front end. Oh. That is the... Okay, I see now. I think I see. It's in this behavior. In the front end, the SkellyCam manager. If connect to cameras respect. It says linking behavior. Gotcha. It doesn't check handle cameras detected. Yeah, it just... Yeah. If there's a response, then handle it. Okay. But it doesn't check if it's like a successful response. Takes way too long. Why does that take so long? Like, I'll be able to handle that at least asynchronously. But it's just like, why? Yeah, so detected cameras. If not that, or... detected cameras response dot detected cameras dot keys. Stupid. So if, let's do this, if not, detected cameras, or if the length of the keys is 0, then do an error. No cameras detected. That's really not an error. It's like, call it a warning. But really, it's just like, you might just not have any cameras. You know, it's not really like... I guess the warning is like, this isn't going to work for you because you don't have cameras. And then return. And then, yeah. And if you do have, if that is the case, then handle it. Wait, oh, shit. No, okay, god damn it. Handle it no matter what, I guess. And part of handling it is handling it when it's got nothing in it. But I think I still do want it. I do want it to like update everything because that's like updating the parameter tree and stuff like that. So we do want that. It should handle an empty thing just fine. Detect available cameras should be enabled. Oh yeah, and we got to turn the buttons back on. self.mainWidget.camera control buttons. That's it. Yeah. Set the focus on the detect cameras button. In this case. I think once this works, I'm going to call it. For the moment. For this task, for this moment. Because it's like progress enough. I hate how slow this is. I wonder if it would be that slow if the cameras were available. Which we gotta kind of hope is the standard case. Yeah, keep alive. I mean, it's getting there. For sure it's getting there. I think it's not going to update till it's released. Someone said timeout. Timeout. That's fine. Okay. I don't know why. I guess it needs to be running a thread or something, huh? Is it not already? Client object, not a thread. Should be a thread. Fix that later. Okay. Oh. I'm done here. Add better front end handling when no cams detected. Might make GUI unresponsive. Commit push. Rato bush. Who said? Okay, I'm going back to sleep. Yeet this up and go back to sleep. And then I think when I wake up, I might start working on the audio transcription stuff. Because like for that, I don't actually I could do it semi manually, or just like single shot scripty is enough, which we already discussed. And I think that would add a lot, because I think I can make a channel that's dedicated, channel per video, right? Like it's kind of, I think that makes sense, especially with these long form videos, or like, you know, and then I'm thinking for the class setting. We're getting to the point where it's going to want to be vector stores, but we'll do that later. Okay, bye. Mwah.